the quarterbacks who are still right now leading their teams with the possibility of winning the Super Bowl.
Right.
We've got Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger. We have Aaron Rodgers. Those three guys have won Super Bowl rings. And then you have Matt Ryan, who could be the MVP of the NFL this season. And we've always heard it's the most important position on the field. Does that then take away from the old adage, defenses win championships?
Yeah, I think it depends on the year. You mentioned it. Look at these teams. None of them are great defensive teams. If you had a team like the Broncos last year still alive, then you can make an argument and say maybe, you know what, this Denver team, I think they could slow down the Falcons or the Packers or the Pats or the Steelers. That's not the case. All these teams are average defense at best. So now you're talking about offense is going to win the championship. I do think ultimately a great defense will win out over a great offense, like you saw a year ago with the Panthers and the Broncos in the Super Bowl, like you've seen many other times throughout the course of football history. But this particular year, there wasn't a great defense. The Giants, everybody's like, oh, the Giants defense, the Giants defense.
Right.
The Giants defense wasn't good enough to overcome the inept offense, okay?
Right.
It was a good
Right.
defense, but not good
I was just
enough.
going to bring that up.
There's got to be some balance, and these teams are balanced, but there are no great defense.
Look at Houston, the #1 defense. They did everything they could to try to hurry and hit Tom Brady, and they were effective by and large, but they didn't win the game. The Kansas City Chiefs, one of the best red zone defenses. They gave up so many yards between the 20s and kept the Steelers from getting into the end zone as far as touchdowns are concerned, but they didn't win the game. I'm with you. I think, yeah, I mean, it is a year-by-year kind of a case study, I guess, to when you look back at this particular topic, but I think the exceptions are rare, right? Where a game-managing quarterback has been able to win a Super Bowl, even with a really good defense. Peyton Manning was that guy last year.
You have to have a
Trent
great
Dilfer
defense.
was
Right,
that
2000.
guy with the Ravens, but you really do need a really good quarterback, almost always.
You either need a great defense or you have to have great balance. Usually the team that's lopsided does not win. And again, that's why I kind of, you know, if people were to tell you this year, the Packers, a team that you watched all year long, and their defense gets shredded. The Falcons, the same thing. Look at those two teams. They're the two teams standing in the NFC Championship. The AFC Championship, Patriots don't have a great defense, and the Steelers' defense all year long was bad too. So you would never pick those four teams based on their defensive performance.
I really only think of maybe the Rams with the Greatest Show on Turf, where the defense really was not a great defense or not a good defense even. And yet they came up with a big stop on that last play. Mike Jones makes the tackle on Dyson right there at the 1, right? So when they needed it, they came through. Not to say that they were poor, but I'm just saying that was the one exception where the offense was so far ahead of the defense, it seemed, in terms of comparing the two units. But look, I mean, the bottom line is you need all three phases of the game to work well for you. You just can't win championships with just one over the other two being poor or not good.
Correct. You could have a great defense, but your special teams better be good and your offense better be okay at least. Because if you just have a great defense and nothing else, you won't win.
Yeah.
Got to be some.